Relatability is something that a lot of people ask us about. How can I be relatable? I need to relate to my clients. What if I'm different? How do I fit in? And I think a lot of people have a misunderstood idea of what being relatable really means, or they just have too limited a view on what the possibilities of relatability are. Now, it often starts with a conversation. Have you ever had one like this? Hey, Dean,
Oh, hey, what's up?
look, is it important to be relatable when you're like presenting or selling or in a business conversation?
Totally. If people can't relate to you, it's hard to engage them in business. It's hard to trust them, and relating is really, really important.
Well, all right. Well, how should I go about doing that?
Well, that's super simple. You just talk to them until you find something in common.
So, like, we both hunt or something?
Yes, exactly.
Well, what if I don't hunt?
Simple. You just keep talking until you find something that you both like to do. Then you have something in common.
Okay, well, how would I do that with an audience?
It is a technologically marvelous era. Just do a real time poll or something.
All right, that's an idea. I will try to find something in common with everyone I present to.
Good luck with that.
See, here's the problem. Dean couldn't give us really good advice because the how to make that relatability was very limited to one idea, which is find something in common. We see that in networking conversations. A lot of people are fishing to find something in common. Oh my gosh, we both know somebody who have a sister that knit. We both like sports or whatever that is. People often think if I can find a thing in common, then we can relate. And sometimes you just don't find anything in common. Now let's complicate it further. It's not just things in common. You are your own unique animal, and you might be different from the people you meet. So think about these two ideas. I'm not like you, but I can relate to you. I must have something other than finding something in common in order to build that relatability. And there are definitely some options. I live in a rather diverse cultural area. There's people from just about every walk of life there. And I met this man. I was walking my dog, and we met outside and chatted. And as we chatted, we were both trying to find something in common. And we couldn't find anything in common. It was a really interesting, initially awkward conversation. But we hit this point where we started laughing. We did have something in common. And you know what that was? We both had nothing in common together. Relatability is often relating. Let's take relatable and turn it into a verb. I want to relate to you. So if I get you talking and I start relating to your problems, or I start relating to your goals, or I start relating to something you do, I'm relatable. Relating is the best path to being relatable. So I don't need you to find a common hobby with me. I need to relate to you. The second way to look, and I don't know that there's a list, there's probably hundreds of ways, but it's being happy. So when you're happy and positive and you go meet people and you're a positive energy, a lot of people on the planet can relate to being positive. I heard a really, really cool quote. This is sort of an analogy for life. I just love it. It's a saying. There are a lot more good people in this world than you think. If you're having trouble finding one, be one. And why it's so important is that we're trying to live in a more compatibly diverse world. We're trying to get to a more global experience where I don't need homogeny to fit in. I don't need you to be like me as much as I need you to like me. And so it's not about finding commonalities. It's about being interested. So the more curious and interested in you that I am, the more relatable I am. And I don't need to be the same. We don't need to be the same. We shouldn't pursue being more the same. We should differentiate, benefit from our personal brand differentiators, be what you are, and be interested, be happy, be positive, and use your vibe and your interest in someone else to become relatable by doing the work of relating.